Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers. My name is NimbleThor, and this is Curse of Aros, which is a cross-platform 2D top-down open-world MMORPG for both Android and iOS. It's being beta tested right now, so on Android it shows up as unreleased, and on iOS it's being tested via test flight. And I've left the download links if you want to check it out for yourselves in the description box down below this video. And one of the reasons for doing that at least, is that this is one of those hidden gems that you probably won't find promoted on Google Play and on the App Store, because frankly this game probably doesn't earn enough money for Google nor Apple for it to really make sense for them to do that. But these are exactly the types of games that I'm looking for though here on this channel. So if you haven't already joined me on this journey of finding these amazing mobile games, then be sure to have a look around the channel. I've already covered lots of games, and if you want more of this content, you can always hit that subscribe and notification button. But back to Curse of Aros though, because one of the main features of this game, if you can even call that a feature, I think you can these days, is that there is no pay-to-win monetization. And of course, we've seen many MMORPGs promising a no pay-to-win gameplay, only to then a few months later introduce lots of pay-to-win items in the game. But I feel like the setup that Curse of Aros has going for it is a bit different, because it monetizes through cosmetic items. There are many MMORPGs that do that, but then in addition to that, the single indie developer has also chosen to set up a Patreon page. And the reason why this works out very nicely for us players and for the developer, hopefully, is that the developer is then incentivized not to screw us over, because we are literally supporting the developer. We're the reason why the developer is able to continue developing the game. So if he introduces pay-to-win later on, many of those Patreon supporters are probably going to quit supporting him, and he won't be able to continue developing the game, unless, of course, existing players then buy lots of those in-app purchases. But in any case, I like this setup, and I actually believe that this developer at least has the best of intentions, and I just hope that he will be able to make a living, and a good living, out of his Patreon page, because that's a really interesting way to develop an MMO game. Now, as for the actual gameplay, it will most likely expand over the coming months, and we should actually pick up this sword up here, because we can sell that once we find an NPC. But as of right now, we've got quite a bit of PvE content. There are these normal monsters. There are also dungeons where we can find some bosses in, and then there's also some PvP already. And then we have this huge open world, and we even have pets, which we get from killing enough monsters. Certain monsters can drop a rare egg or some item that we have to collect enough of, and then when we get enough of them, we can actually spawn a pet of that enemy type, and that's kind of cool. I haven't found one yet. The chances of dropping one of those items is pretty slim, it seems, but I've seen lots of other players with it though, so I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for it to be my turn. Now, the actual combat system is very simple in this game, as you guys have probably noticed already. There are no skills, there are no abilities that we can use, so we're just hitting enemies with our normal attack over and over again, and this is very much like in Oldschool Runescape. And what I have to say about these types of combat systems is that they tend to work really well on mobile, because they're much more simple. You don't need to press lots of buttons at the same time, so they work very well in terms of the control scheme, but they can become boring very fast, especially if the battles take a very long time. Now, fortunately, killing a monster in this game typically only takes a few seconds, and that's, I feel at least, what keeps it somewhat fresh. And then, you're incentivized to keep doing that, because you want to get the best loot, you want to get the best drops, and right now, I just want to get a pet. So that's what keeps me at it right now, at least. But let's see, I think we just picked up a Crim Steel cap, which seems to be better than the one we have on us right now. This is one we have on us that adds 2 defense, and this one adds 4 in defense instead. That is so cool. Let's also go see, oh, we have plenty of stat points. I guess I didn't really look at this for quite some time. We have 20 stat points that we can now put into either accuracy, strength, defense, or HP. I want to go for accuracy, which increases the chances of actually hitting the enemy, and then some more strength so that we deal more damage when we hit the enemy. And I haven't really found it necessary to upgrade HP so far, so I'll just go for some more defense. And then, frankly, I'm just going to put the rest into accuracy, because I feel like accuracy is the most important one. A lot of times you'll miss if you haven't upgraded accuracy enough, so that's the one I tend to go with. Now, we're killing level 18 monsters right now, so they are very fast to kill, but this also means that we don't spend too many HP potions, which is actually kind of nice, because that's a pretty rare resource. You can buy more of it through in-game gold. If we can find a merchant, we can also sell some of the many items we have in our inventory, and that's why I actually pick up everything we drop from monsters, even the things we don't really need, because I want the gold that we can get from selling these items to an NPC. Now, I would love to see eventually us being able to sell to other players as well. That is something I hope will be added. I'm pretty sure it will be added in the future, because this game just lends itself to that. I mean, most MMORPGs do. It's very nice when you can trade with other players in the community. So I would be very surprised if we don't see that added eventually, at least. Now, the game still has some way to go before it feels like a fully fledged mobile MMORPG experience, but I am liking the approach this developer takes to actually working on this game, keeping it down to earth, keeping it focused on just the fun part, which is just slaying monsters, earning loot, meeting other players, attempting to kill other players, defeating bosses, and so on. That, I feel like, is the core of any MMORPG, and the developer has really nailed that very well. Look at how much damage we deal now, by the way. We should have upgraded our stat points a long time ago. Now, let's see if I can actually find the NPC I was looking for, because I want to sell some of the stuff we have in our inventory. Oh, look at this! There are level 47 enemies down here. Do you guys think we'll be able to take these out? Let's go for it. Let's try. We don't have enough HP, probably. Oh, no! Wow, okay. We died very quickly there. That's actually the first time I've died in this game. But I guess, at least that returned us to town. So now you can see how many other players are actually playing this game. And now we can also sell some of our items. So let's, for example, sell... I don't know how many of these we have, but I think we have like 7 of them or something like that. Yes, we did indeed. Look at how much gold we're earning here. We don't have 4. We have 3 of those. This could be optimized a bit, so I could just click sell all instead of having to individually pick how many I want to sell. And what about these swords here? Well, it seems we have 2 of those. Well, we actually have 3, but I want to check first if the sword we have on us is better or worse. So let's open up here and let's see. The one we have on us right now is the sharp or steel sword, which adds 10 in attack and 20 in strength. And so that's definitely better than the rusty one. So let's equip this one again. And let's go back and sell the rest of our items. Now, apart from this merchant NPC, we also have a task board up here, which works a bit like quests, I guess. They're simplified quests. And completing these is a very nice way to earn extra HP potions, more gold, and also getting some new items for free. For example, if we complete this one where we have to kill 75 ice slimes, we get a new sword, which I think is going to be better than the one we currently have on us. So I definitely want to achieve to complete that quest. So at least now we know which monsters we have to stay away from. Those level 47 ones, they were way too difficult for us at this point. So now all we have to do is to walk back to those slimes, not these slimes, but the ice slimes though, kill some more of those, and then we'll get a new sword. But that's about it for this game though. Now, as for whether or not I'll keep the game installed, I think I actually will. I'm quite liking the gameplay so far. I'm liking especially that we're just thrown into this huge open world without too many tutorials. In fact, there are no tutorials. So this is sort of the opposite of many of those huge ass 3D MMORPGs with lots of pay to win in them. They typically have lots of systems that will show you how you can spend money on the game, or at least try to get you hooked on the game. Whereas this is more of an open canvas. You can just go in and you can do whatever you want. You're not told what you have to do at any given point in time. And I kind of like these types of systems. Now, I am hoping though that the developer will just be able to continue updating this game, because if not, I'm sure I'll probably grow tired of it in a few weeks. So fingers crossed that this game will see more success. I've done my part now by telling you guys about this game. Hopefully we can keep it alive, because I feel like this developer, has the absolutely correct approach to developing an MMORPG for mobile. At least these 2D open world MMORPGs. But with that said, let's now get to the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that we've now got confirmation that the Apple Arcade will be priced at $5 per month, which is also what was rumored a few weeks back, and also that Google is launching their own subscription service for premium ad-free, in-app purchase-free games very soon as well. So the battle for your mobile gaming wallet is on now, Apple versus Google, and I'll be sitting here with my popcorn just watching the whole thing unfold while I keep playing the games I actually want to play and not the ones that just happen to be available on a subscription service. But I'll spare you guys for more of my passive-aggressive jabs at Apple Arcade and the Google equivalent. For now, I just hope that you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for being part of this community, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.